And we're starting on the 13th here's Steptoe Apartments. And then the first camera picks him up. All right, so that's 1630 Northeast Valley Road. And this is his home. And then the next thing we have is 2:44 a.m. The WSU camera north on Southeast Nevada at Northeast Stadium Way. So the first thing that we know of anyways is the camera near his home on Nevada. Then at 2:47, he's moving through South Pullman, which is right here. And that's his cell ping.
Yeah, and that's the last it reports as well.
So that's the only one that they have together is him in Pullman.
Yep. Yeah, so he obviously turned his phone off.
Yeah, he played the digital forensics in this to a T, I think.
Mm-hmm.
God almighty.
On the way there he did, but on the way back, not so much.
He was more sloppy as we look. Okay. So then the next one is going to be 253, and this is going to be another camera. The rest of these are cameras. 253, he's seen right in that same vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see here.
Yeah, southeast on
Camera.
Nevada Street.
Yep, camera, ping. Then the next one is going to be 326. And he is 700 block Indian Hills Drive.
Yeah, so it doesn't show him anywhere like on the route from Pullman to Moscow, but it takes the same amount of time as it does for his route back. So judging by that, you can tell he probably took the same route. So he was last caught on camera just before the SR 270. And then he was caught on the 700 block in Moscow at 3:26. So that route that I put on is just the one on the way back. But yeah,
right.
But he did just because it took the same amount of time.
Right. So we assume he took that same route there, but we don't know for a fact.
Nope.
Okay. So the next one is going to be 328. And El Creepo is... There it is. He's on Steiner Avenue. And let's zoom out so we can see where that is. So the next one is going to be 329. 1 minute later, he's on King Road. He makes 3 passes by the residence and leaves on Walenta. So let's zoom down. Okay, so this is him here at 3:29 a.m. This is his.
Yeah.
His,
so it's when he got. It's when he was. Yeah. Picked up in that area.
We can at least maybe get an idea. See, because there's like a house there, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see maybe walking through there. If you're like walking, might cut through. But I don't think you can drive through there.
Yeah, it's confusing because it doesn't make sense then, because it says that he comes off on Walenta. So how, if you can't get through there?
Maybe you can. Maybe there's an alley. Sometimes these roads are weird. There might be an alley next to this house. Oh, wait. Look. Well, let's just put Google Guy down there and see. Does that mean
really
he parked?
Doesn't look like it,
Oh, so does that mean, are they alluding to the fact that he parked his car?
Well, no,
here?
because it drives past again.
But wait a minute.
He definitely stays in his car because it says that he drives past the residence again and then he stops at one of the houses on Queen Road and turns around and goes back again down that same road past the house.
That's so weird.
I know, because it does sound like he's doing circles, and then when he realizes that no one's at the house, He turns around, goes back the way he came, and then does that 3-point turn at the junction, goes back to the house, and then stops.
See, now I'm turned around, but I'm horrible with maps, so you're going to have to bear with me. Mathematics and maps, not my forte.
Same.
Where's their house, though?
If you go back to like an aerial view, it shows this house that you're at, and then
I don't know how to get.
It's got like the parking area. Can you go to street view, like go on the street and actually go down to King's Road so you can see where the house is?
It's blocked out. It's blocked out.
If you go down,
I see what you're saying.
left, because you can go up. You can go round there and up to King Road to see where the house is. Because I'm confused now.
Yeah, I'm thinking the house is right here somewhere. All right, let's go down and around. I don't know how far it's gonna let me go.
It goes all the way around to King Road.
Dude, where am I?
Just keep going. Keep driving. You're fine.
The line's fucking me up. Okay, so that's Taylor and what a Valenta meet.
Yeah, just follow the blue. It's cool that it shows the route on there.
Oh, wow.
So that's the green in front of the Sigma Chi house.
So eerie. Okay, that's as far as it's letting me go, so let me zoom in.
It doesn't let you go up that road anymore.
It never did. I could never get... Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
It does.
What just happened? I didn't know we could go up this far.
Yeah, and then go to the left. Yeah, because that's where...
It booted me. Can I... Is
You
there an undo?
You used to be able to go all the way around to the house and you could see the front of the house.
Does Google Earth have an undo? Doubt it. Most people that use Google Earth know what they're doing, probably. Oh, I'll try anything once.
You should be able to dangle the little man like next to that green icon.
Thanks.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, we have arrived.
Yay!
Oh wow, it's not blurred out.
No.
Wasn't it blurred out?
Yeah, I think it was at one point.
Now they've unblurred it? When is this image from? 10/21. Isn't that eerie?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get off topic, but...
Yeah, but to the left of the house, there is a little road thing that goes up behind the house, and like there's a little parking area. Because you can see all the cars then.
We talked about that when Jeremy spoke in class today, was talking about they would take their dogs there.
Mm-hmm.
He said that's where everyone in the neighborhood would take their dogs. I was like, what? I was just looking at the year 10/21. So yeah, I mean, there's the house, but if you look up that hill where we were at,
can you wash it?
What's weird is that this house is blurred out still. Oh, it's blurred out on this view. Weird. You guys, this neighborhood, I can't with it. And it depends on what time of the year, too, with these leaves. I mean, look how full it is. I don't know if you'd be able to really see through there. So I'm assuming, like, that house is somewhere up here. But...
Yeah. Yeah, the road is definitely out there. We'll enter up that hill.
So were any of the girls living there in 2021, or did they live somewhere else? They were in the dorms. Do we know, like, when they moved into this house? Had it been more than a year, or were they newer tenants there? You don't have any idea. Am I stressing you out with all the questions?
No.
Potato's like, how am I supposed to know all this shit? Do we know the answer to this question now, in February of 2024, when the roommates moved in? I still don't have any idea. I know we've heard things, but also pictures and dates on pictures tell a different story. We were also told that Kaylee had moved all her stuff out, but on November 13th, in the picture of her and Dylan, you can clearly see all of her stuff is still in her room. So what gives? Crazy.
He gets to the area at 3:29. He does his 3 circles around. DoorDash is at 4. So the 4th time he drove around, he goes past the house, and then he stops where that orange circle is.
Here.
Yeah. Turns around, goes back past the house again, and then at the junction, he does the 3-point turn.
And what's that mean? A U-turn?
Approaching the house, he noticed the lights are on. This hinders his plan, and he now has to rethink things. He continues on to the back where he sees even more lights on. From the affidavit, we know he drove by the house 3 times in less than 5 minutes, probably trying to figure out what to do next. He finally decides to leave the area for a little while, and observes the lights are on one last time in front as he drives off. Cameras show him leaving the neighborhood and exiting on Walenta Drive in this direction. It's uncertain which way he went from this point here.
Like, when they said that, I was like, what's a 3-point turn?
So you go forwards, backwards, forwards.
Oh, see, I call it a U-turn because I just go left.
A U-turn's just
Yeah.
in a circle.
Yeah, I just go left, and if it's someone's yard or their ditch, oh well. I'm just
You're in
kidding.
the way. Tough.
Okay, so is it possible that Bryan had someone drop him off here?
Well, before I did
Or
this
pick him up here,
thing,
rather.
Before I did it, I thought if he had someone driving him, then maybe in one of the times when they're driving around in a circle, that they dropped him off like behind the house and then picked him up from the front. But after doing this, it seems like he was driving around the house to see if the lights were off, or just to check it out, to make sure the coast is clear, kind of thing. Kept going until DoorDash and everything was gone. So when he drove past that 4th time, the house was probably in darkness, couldn't see anyone around, so he drove past, and instead of going all the way around again, he thought, this is the right time to go in. So he stopped, turned around, went back again so that he could park and then go in.
So you think his car was sitting there that whole time?
That's what it seems like.
What kind of car does that look like to you? Does that look like a white pickup?
It is white, yeah.
Does that look like a white diesel? Come on, men. Let's go. Oh, we can go down there. If we put our guy down there, are we by the white
yeah.
truck? Watch, it's going to disappear because it's going to be a different view.
I don't think it does go up there, actually. Yeah, it stops there.
Where'd the truck go? It's right on the edge of Google. That truck. Isn't that weird? Here, let's flip around. I don't know why we're facing that direction. Buckle up, guys. There's a little turbulence today. So the DoorDash arrives at around 4. We don't know exact timing. Mm-hmm. That, and then 4 minutes later, how do they know the car turns around?
Cameras. These ones are the ones where he was caught on camera.
Isn't that interesting? Because when Jeremy spoke in class today, he said there was no cameras on his apartments, which are right here. He was like, oh, the landlord doesn't have cameras. He was out here putting them up. Yeah. So was that put out there for the killer's benefit as well? To make the killer think there were no cameras? Think about it. Think about it. Did they want Bryan to think that there was no cameras on those old apartments? Obviously there was. Because how else would you get him in this alley? Mm-hmm. Unless the trees have cameras.
And they have an address as well of the exact place where he turned around too. So there must have been cameras down there.
Number 52.
Yeah.
Oh God. I wish they hadn't put that on there. People are going to be going to apartment 52. like me. Maybe these guys have camera. I mean, if I lived, God, does that person have? I mean, they got all kinds of shiz. Someone might have a camera in one of these windows. Especially, you know, I don't know, with this being the road people would come and go on. Like if something ever happened, there's one. See, that would be how I would think. I'd be like, well, there's one way in and one way out. If I have a camera, if anything ever happens, you know, I would catch it. But I doubt kids are thinking
There
that.
definitely has to be a camera on that road, though, like where the house is, because it says that he like made a failed turn and stuff. So how would they
saw
know that
him.
unless they could see it?
They saw him, yeah. But what's crazy is at the same time, there's no ping.
No, because his phone's off.
The last ping we had was in Pullman. So he left himself in Pullman. So from 4:04, the car comes in, and then at 4:20, it's departing at a high speed.
Yep.
A total of 16 minutes. So in 16 minutes, do you think it's possible to kill 4 people?
It seems like a really short amount of time, but who knows? I mean, he must have, because DoorDash was there. So would he have been in the like Xana was up, wasn't she? And also Xana was on her phone at 4:12, so that's even less time.
He drives up to the house and slows down. Looking at the windows, he sees the lights are now off. Continuing to the back, he checks to see if those lights are off. They are. He's excited. He knows everyone is finally in bed, but he wants to check the front one last time. As he drives down, he's filled with adrenaline, seeing the lights are all off. His brain short circuits for a second as he clumsily tries to turn around in front of the house. It fails, but he regains composure and drives on. He's caught on camera making a 3-point turn at the end of the street to return back to the residence. He does his final drive to the back of the house. 4:04 a.m., the suspect can be seen trying to park his car. At 4:09, approximately 5 minutes later, he enters the house through the back slider. At 4:18, he leaves the house after committing the crimes. At 4:20, he's caught on camera driving away at a high rate of speed. All of this only took 9 minutes.
Does it say a location at 4:20? You just have departed high speed. Does it say Walenta?
Yeah, it says
Southbound on Walenta, possibly exited Palouse River Drive and Conestoga Drive. I don't like this possibly wording.
It was really
Number
hard
one.
to find that on the map as well.
Okay, so let me look again. Okay, 4:20 departed high speed. All right, let me come back over here. I just really like the...
Southbound on Walenta. Like, it seems like they know that he went back out to Walenta, but then don't really know where he went from there.
But Walenta, I mean, if you turn out of here, you're only on Taylor for like a hot second.
Yeah.
But I think it's possible that Creepo could have at times even, you know, maybe parked on Walenta. I mean, there's just not a whole lot of things around there.
Mm-hmm.
And they said there's not a whole lot of traffic, but I mean, there's like this little parking pad right here.
I think he probably did park up in like the trees and stuff. I mean, he was there 12 times from June.
Hello, my name is Bryan, and I am inviting you to participate in a research project that seeks to understand how emotions and psychological traits influence decision-making when committing a crime. In particular, this study seeks to understand the story behind your most recent criminal offense, with an emphasis on your thoughts and feelings throughout your experience in the event that your recent offense was not one that led to a conviction, you still may participate. Additional surveys are included after the open-ended section as to best understand your unique traits. The study should take about 15-20 minutes to fully complete. Your identity and all answers that are provided are completely confidential, and the link to the survey is an anonymous link. This research has been approved by the DeSales University IRB. If you have any questions about this research, you may contact the research team via email. Student investigator, Bryan Kohberger.
Hold on.
Because you can see the sliding door from that angle as well.
I just want to see what he would see, you know? Now, I mean, give or take, this is 2021. I don't know what these trees are like now and all these weeds and everything else. But if you were to move just a little bit over this way, which if I do, it's going to go like a whole bunch of yards. But you would be able to see right into Kaylee's bedroom. Right on the corner there. Damn it.
And I think that parking area has an even better view. I think that's where the investigators were when they took that picture through the trees.
And they were pointing. They were pointing down at the house from there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And even just sat on that hill. And he would have a bird's eye view into the house, into Kaylee's room, into the kitchen. I mean, he could have went behind this house and watched as well. I mean,
Let's watch what that looks like. The suspect enters through the back sliding door. He pauses at the stairs to look around to make sure no one's up. He then turns and goes upstairs. The first bedroom he stops at and opens the door, he sees no one there. He continues to the next bedroom. Here we know what happens. Downstairs, Dylan is sleeping. The noise from upstairs wakes her up. She thinks it's Kaylee playing with her dog. She gets up and goes to the door and looks out. She sees nothing there. The suspect then continues down the stairs about 3 minutes later. He then heads to Xana's room. Outside there's a security camera picking up some whimpering, cries, and a thud at 4:17. We've learned that Xana was found on the floor, which might explain the thud. Dylan again hears something and looks outside her door. She sees the suspect. He walks right past her and leaves.
Check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content. And if that's not enough, you can join our Patreon. Don't have a tinfoil hat? It's okay. We'll make you one. It's that easy. See you guys in the next video.
See you later. Bye.